Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. Game 4 of the World Series. Braves 3-1 lead in Atlanta. Trevor Plouffe. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, a spooky World Series edition. My name is, I'm the boy in JOMBOY. That's what I tell people, talking Jake. Trevor Plouffe out getting nasty in Calabasas. BBD behind the 1s and 2. The Jombino will be joining us in a minute or two. Is he giving birth? I don't know. It's tough to say. We don't know. We're not going to jump to conclusions.
Giving birth real quick. He'll be back in 5.
Yeah. So we'll
people in the chat are saying Jacket Twitter killed him.
Yeah, that's true. That was tough to see. Dude's down bad when Jacket Twitter comes after you. We are coming live from the DraftKings studio out here in the BX, the Boogie Down Bronx. Raise up. Trevor, how are you doing, my good man? 3-1. Atlanta, a chance to close it out tonight. World Series. Your Braves.
Before we get to that, I need to address something.
Sure.
This is serious, okay?
Okay.
Yesterday, there's this umpire in my little league.
Okay.
Technically, we play pony baseball, but I just refer to it as little league. There's an umpire there, young kid, stickler for the rules. He's made me do a lot of silly stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? Always calling me out, making me do these silly rules. So yesterday, he showed up to the game, and I saw his eyes. I said, you don't look like you got much rest. He said, I was out till 1 a.m.
Wow.
And I said, listen, that's all good and dandy, but it's showtime. You better show up. You mess some stuff up today, I'll be all over you. Sure enough, the kid messed some stuff up. I got all over him. And then afterwards, I was talking. This is where it gets bad. Afterwards, I was talking to his little umpire buddy. These kids are 14 years old, by the way.
That's what was going to be my question. This is a kid?
They're 14. They're 14.
Okay.
14, 15, 16. I don't know. They all look the same to me.
Okay.
I was talking to his other umpire buddy. I said, hey, get that kid, put a leash on him. He's coming at me. I'm going to come at him. But then the supervisor, the umpire supervisor, I was just joking, but he overheard me.
Oh, boy.
And I saw, as I was walking out, the supervisor talking to that young kid umpire. So basically, I'm just a tattletale POS, and I want to apologize on air. I didn't want that to happen. It's just boys being boys back and forth, and then somebody unfortunately overheard me. I think he got a talking to.
You became the monster you didn't want to become. And you telling that story, because I think everyone was hoping the umpire was not a 14-year-old kid, and then you stated that they were. I had flashbacks to the Home Run Derby this year when you and those
oh my God.
You and those kids just talk trash to each other for a while.
It's basically what happens every Saturday morning.
So you kind of just trash talk 14-year-old boys.
Not always. I guess sometimes they need it. I don't know, man.
So you're turning that into you're a father figure for them by keeping them in place.
Maybe. Daddy Trev. Speaking of daddies.
Yes. How are you, Trev? How are you feeling about your Braves in 6?
John Beezy.
Hello.
Spooky.
Happy Halloween.
Jom.
Trev, how are you feeling
Halloween.
about your Braves in 6?
I don't feel good about it. Really seems like they're going to close it out tonight in 5, and that would just be the ultimate slap in the face right there.
Do you want 6 still? Because I was rooting very heavily for you to be bright, but now I just want the World Series to end because I have a baby on the way, and I don't want the Astros to win. And I think if they win, they might win.
Yeah, going back to Houston's very scary for Atlanta. In my mind, it's actually played out exactly like at the beginning of the series. If I had to choose how the games went, it'd basically be exactly how they've gone. Like, especially knowing that 4 and 5 were bullpen days. They win the first one. They got technically like a bad bullpen day coming now, but that's not even really true. But in my mind, it is. So I don't know, man. Did you hear what Rosie said about the $100 if I would have bet? How much it would be worth, James?
How much?
And someone in the chat, please do this because I'm not trusting Rose and his turkey math. He said $25.6 million.
What were the odds?
I have no idea. He said some guy gave this to him, and he's like, this guy's like, this is what he does.
I mean, but I don't, unless you have like an internet machine to go back and look at what the odds were on March 31st.
He did. He said he went back to March 29th. That was the closest odds he could find.
And I mean, it was just the Braves to win the World Series
in 6 games, and the Astros. Like, you had to pick,
it's like that exact
scenario.
Of...
I don't know if it's true. I don't want it to be true, James.
I don't think
you
it's
think
true.
I want that to be true?
I don't know nothing about nothing, but you can't turn $100 into $25 million.
That sounds crazy to me too. Thank you for, you know what? I'm
That's
actually going to
right.
go with James on this. I'm going to go with James on this.
Speaking of,
just because it makes me feel better.
What did I place my bet on yesterday?
Huge. Oh, yeah. You placed your $100 bet yesterday.
Yeah.
Man.
We placed at the very end, then immediately retracted it right in time for the buzzer.
What was it? Rosario home run.
Yeah, I couldn't retract it. I did not.
Oh, you didn't retract. It didn't let you.
He didn't homer, right?
Yeah, I won it. $22 my way.
Whoops.
But I lost 25 because a listener tweeted me, said Greinke under 2.5 strikeouts. He's not going to go for longer, and they're going to be swinging early. And you forget the pitcher hits.
Yeah.
So
we lost that one.
Greinke, what an outing by him. Yeah, I was streaming with our guy Joe's McFly last night, and there was a point where the Braves come back. We'll talk about it in a minute. And it was like, if the Astros can somehow come back, which, hey, it's the Houston Astros, 1 run. Like, we've seen them do that before. Like, the fact that it could have been a tied series if they came back just would have been so weird. It feels like they've been getting dominated. And that's kind of what you're saying, Jim. Like, if they find a way tonight and bring it back to Houston, it's like, okay. Two in H-Town, Funky Town, Space City, NASA City, Kelsey Wingard, Baseball Town, go Texans.
Did you say it feels like the Braves are being dominated or the Astros?
The Astros are being dominated.
Oh. A-Rod, I know I disagree with A-Rod all the time.
Rod.
But, and I guess I'll ask before I shit on A-Rod. Because I had said this when I called into the live stream, but Trev, I'll ask you and Jake. A-Rod said it felt like the Astros were dominating that game the entire game, but they only had a 1-run or 2-run lead, and I couldn't have disagreed more. I called into the chat and I said, isn't it weird that the Astros have more runs, but the Braves are winning this game? Like, I felt almost the exact opposite the entire game. And when the Braves scored, it was like, okay, yeah, that now it actually adds up to what this game has felt like. So I don't know if there's not really a wrong or right here. I guess it's just how you interpret the game. I'm interested to hear what you guys think on that.
I thought just the way the series is gone, like if you're up early, like you go on to hold the lead. This didn't happen to last night. So I didn't feel like the Braves were for sure going to win that game. I also didn't feel like the Astros had, a firm grasp on it either. So I think all throughout this series, we've been saying the same thing. It's just so hard to predict these games, especially because they've all been so freaking close. I mean, I know there's been the 7-2 game, but we had a 2-0, now a 3-2. Like, they're just so evenly matched. And these bullpens have been good, but we're starting to see the effects of, like, you're getting a second, third look at these guys. I think that's going to come into play today. And that's kind of why I think Houston's offense does get going today. I know Tucker Davidson will be new for them. And when did Minter pitch game 2?
I think he was what, 42 pitches game 1, I think.
Game 1? Yeah, I don't know. I never felt like the Braves for sure were going to win, or the Houston had a firm grasp on that game last night. What about you,
fair.
Jakey?
It was a very close game.
I think, again, this series feels like Houston's been getting dominated, and it's because, I guess in my head, the guys that you'd expect to be doing it aren't. Correa's in a funk. Bregman's useless right now. Like, these mighty Astros, yeah, they're just pitching around Yordan, and if he wants to get himself out, they'll allow it. So it's I don't know. It feels like, I mean, Altuve, he hits a couple nice balls last night, and it feels like he's in this series. If you know anything about Altuve, he probably homers tonight. Maybe make that your DraftKings bet. But, yeah, I don't know, man. The Astros, the guys you expect to do it kind of aren't. I mean, that Bregman first pitch pop out in the 9th, like, yeah. The whole office let out this audible, like, ew, dude.
Yeah, bad swing.
He's actually like, Bregman has actually reached the point where there was a point until that pop out where I was feeling bad for him. And I was like, oh my God, dude, come on. Like, I know that you got caught cheating and all this, but like, let's get a little bit of the swagger back. Like, come on, like, you're so down and out. And then that first pitch pop up reached a threshold where I was like, dude, get over yourself. Like, just fucking play baseball and stop being a sad sack. Like, he's almost like the dying dog commercial. He's like the Sarah McLachlan commercial every time he gets in that bat.
You think he's that sad? Didn't you see what he like?
Dude, the first pitch pop out was the.
Did you see what he wore to the World Series?
Trev, it's sad.
I mean, it seems sad on the field.
An Alex Bregman costume?
He had like a top hat on. He had like a green suit. It was interesting.
There's this watching episode that Jake and I did. We were watching Family Feud from 1960s or something like that. And then at the end, it was for all premature babies being born at the hospital, and you had to donate to save their lives. And it was like the heaviest, saddest thing. And that's what the at bat yesterday was by Bregman. I was just like, oh.
BBD just put it on the screen. I mean, Buster only tweeted Alex Bregman's postseason stats the last 2 years this morning. Wasn't getting a ton of love, so he retweeted himself. So power play moves by Buster only. Strictly power plays. Let's talk. Let's do the game. We're already getting into it. I know, Trev, everyone wants to know your current MVP vote. But before we do that, we have to talk about our MVP. It's Dugout Mugs. They've been riding with us through the whole postseason. Christmas is now 55 days away. 55 days away. Trev's holding his knob shot. And guys, there's shipping crises in the world. And it's not with our guys' Dugout Mugs. The FedEx, the people that ship stuff, it's why there's no patches on the jerseys. That's what everyone says.
Dugout Mugs is holding up their end of the bargain, getting it out of their warehouse within, 1 to 3 days.
Patch companies are getting hit, but not the jersey companies.
Jim, it was probably the funniest part of the stream. We'll get there in a second.
They said before the playoffs, yep, we're not going to be able to have them.
Code JOMBOY at dugoutmugs.com. They are giving their better than Black Friday deal, 35% off. They're doing this to get ahead of it. They don't want you reaching out and saying, hey, where's my mug? So they're giving you the best deal they can right now. They have all your favorite teams. They have the metal mug with the spill-proof cap. We need that. I need that. Jake shakes. This hand's just not steady. Dugout Mugs, they make a quality product. It's the perfect gift for any baseball fan. If you're listening to this, you're a baseball fan. So go to dugoutmugs.com, 35% off with code JOMBOY. So yeah, they Jim, they genuinely said that because of the shipping stuff is why they don't have patches on the jersey. And Joe's, and only Joe's fashion, just goes like, They're Major League Baseball. Like, you can't put a couple patches on the jersey?
And you just MLB would love to be able to sell more jerseys that have the World Series patch on it, so it's got to be genuine. But
yeah, I just like don't.
Sure, they tried everything.
I don't think they tried nothing.
Everything, but
they would have made anything.
And you can just like go to the local Lions club in Atlanta and be like, "Hey,
we need to get these made.
You guys stitch together like 40 patches for us," and I think they'd be able to do it.
And selling World Series
have the
patch
capability
jerseys,
to do that.
They would have made a lot of money. So I would give them the benefit of the doubt that they tried to. But
they're gonna get pouches and sell the hell out of them. But
are you telling me that we're making our patches in China?
I just feel you can find a couple old ladies to sew some patches if you wanted patches.
They could have figured out something for World Series at least, because that's just like 7
They don't
games.
have those shops in Atlanta?
They got them on the hats. They got the patches on the hats.
Feels like if we got Sam, Bill, and some of our parents together, we could supply these.
I'm genuinely upset right now.
Wait till the end of the episode. Trevor Plouffe will do another rant on his relationship with China. Let's do this game.
Want to burn it?
I think so. I think so.
Yes.
JK Markets at burn.
World Series Game 4. The Astros would throw out future Hall of Famer, hoping Zach has the green key to success versus the undefeated at home this postseason Atlanta Braves. And Dylan Lee Harvey Oswalt as he tries to not get shot down, making his first ever MLB start. Correa decides he wants to join in on the chop. RBI ground out. It's 1-0. Lee struggled. I'm shocked. Who would Snitker turn to? Kyle was the right call. How about 4.21 earned run from my fellow Vandy man, but the one he did give up, Jose Altuve, that's a moonblast. We're rich, we're crypto people. It is 2-0 Astros after 4 in the 6th. This thick, unstoppable. He's young, he's so thick. Austin Riley with the RBI single. It is 2-1 into the 7th. It tastes just like Dansby. Oppo Taco, another Vandy man. Let's go. We are tied up at 2s. Scratch that, reverse it. Back to back. Soler power. Jorge Soler coming in on the Hot Boys list. If he doesn't, me and Trev are beefing. And then it's time for the night shift. The Braves bullpen does it again. Matzik to Jackson. Will Smith gets jiggy on him. The Braves, Truist Park was rocking. They take Game 4, 3-2 final, and take a 3-1 series lead.
It's so thick.
It's just
He's so thick.
Oh, what do you got there, Jake? Where's that from? The bodega?
So this is actually from, I'm supposed to have a Halloween outfit. It's really tricky for me because my life is a Halloween outfit. My life,
We know that.
my life is like a bad person dressing up for Halloween. Like you're like, they don't take it a step farther. I just do that 364 days a year. So I was going to pop by one of the Halloween spirit shops this morning. The 2 addresses that popped up around me, they were gone. I don't know if they already cleared out or I don't know if they were old ones.
I don't know when those disappear. I would guess they're gone by now.
Because
Or they were last year's.
I saw a line yesterday at a different one, but I wasn't over there. So I was in kind of a diffy part of town. So I got a Brekkie Sammy and a coffee there. I said, iced coffee. Could I get like a little vanilla or something there? And the guy said, no flavors.
Good.
I said, all right, let's dance.
Soft
Coffee
flavors
black.
in your coffee.
Soft.
This is black
Soft.
coffee.
Jake, Jimmy, do you want to talk about soft or should we just get into the game?
I mean, I don't care. It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty crazy.
It's
There
really
might
funny.
be sometimes
People,
we talk about Twitter stuff, and there's people that listen to the show that aren't on
Oh,
Twitter
no.
and don't care about Twitter at all. But I mean, I tweeted out that pitchers wearing jackets is the softest thing. And dude, this is where it is. It's just like people just look to get mad. Like, I don't think we have ever used the word soft non-ironically. Like,
yeah.
because if you actually go around calling things soft and 100% mean it, I don't know. But people don't know that. They can't infer jokes or lightheartedness or whatever. And there's a whole contingent of people that just want to get mad at me no matter what I tweet. So, I mean, but I didn't think they were going to come at me that hard. Like, they were ruthless. It was brutal.
They started to come at me a little bit
because I retweeted you. I fucking sent them your way. It's like,
I said that I'm just not as famous as you, so people don't care as much. They're out to get you, man.
It's wild, man.
But really, if you think about it, James, you're right. We've talked about this so many times. I mean, the pitchers and what they do, especially starters, there's a lot of soft stuff. They pick the jerseys. They pick the music in the clubhouse. They can't run around the bases without getting cold. It's ridiculous, bro.
It is crazy that they're like, I need to win.
And we're not taking shots at Smoltz and Maddox and Glavine because those are the exact people I think about when they wear jackets. Like, my mind goes back to those guys.
Also, wasn't 32 degrees out. It was 55. Like, Greinke took it off right away because he was like, it's not called. Like, what are you guys doing?
At least, like, give him, like, some, like an arm condom. How about that? I'll be okay with that.
An arm sleeve?
Yeah, something like
that.
They
fucking do it just because they want to feel special. Like, there's no other way. But there's people out there that genuinely think scientifically him wearing the jacket for 3 minutes on his body is gonna save his arm, even though he stands on the mound in between pitches.
That's why I'm here. I want jackets on the mound. I'd like a coat rack behind the pitcher that they could wear in between pitches. Yeah, Jim, you would have liked it when Trev called into the stream last night. He didn't know it was happening yet, so we broke him in, and guard dog Trev came out, and he was like, "All right, I got this one."
It's just crazy. And then
I forgot, and I did it late night.
Someone dropped a big word on me about my breakdowns and like our whole fucking like company. And then I dropped it on Trev. It was like frivolous or something like that. I forget.
Frivolity.
Frivolity. Yeah.
That's when you don't spend a lot of money, but your sperm work.
Yep.
Yeah. That's frugility.
Yep. Okay.
Anyway, frivolity, everyone. Like, Twitter used to exist just for that. It was only lighthearted. There might be people that don't know this. It was only lightheartedness. It was only spur of the moment thoughts that were funny, and you weren't to take any of it serious. That was like Twitter from 2010 to 2018. And now it's like every time you tweet, you're publishing your thesis paper, and you better stand by it because you better believe it 100%. It's crazy. It's a crazy place.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
People suck.
Let's talk about this game a little bit.
Let's talk about it.
Trevor, what jumps out? I mean, in the burn, I didn't give Greinke enough love. He kind of drops it on another postseason start when we didn't know what we were getting. Another World Series start. Kyle Wright's out and can't get ignored. The bullpen was gross. The back-to-back homers. Where does your brain jump?
It's Kyle Wright.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Greinke gave him 4 innings, which is crazy. I said one time through the order, the guy ended up getting 2 at bats, didn't he? Like, so Greinke did his job, but Kyle Wright coming into the position that he was put into and then getting out of it with only 1 run, striking out Tucker, facing Carlos Correa, the boogeyman in the postseason in big moments. I know he hasn't stepped up in the World Series yet. It doesn't matter. Everybody was scared of that at bat. Gets through it, ground ball, strikes Tucker out. Then, he works his way through some trouble, but gives him 4 2/3. And the only blemish is the moon balloon to Altuve. That's the key to the game right there. Kept them in the game, and then they got to bring in their good bullpen, the guys they wanted to bring in, only for an inning at a time. So it saves them for today. And then they scored some runs. That's it, man. But if they didn't have Kyle Wright to do that, they wouldn't be in that position. So that's and Snicker said it after the game that won us the game.
Oh, absolutely. It's. I mean, if they just started him, what's this game? Or is it different? Did he have to like be spurred on in the moment? You never know, but
you never know.
I mean, then they go to their 4 dudes. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool that it worked out that way for the Braves. The Astros lost when they didn't do anything in the first inning.
Yeah.
Like they had such a good opportunity there. Correa gets the ground out, and then who popped up or whatever the next out was.
It was a strikeout.
Then Tucker, then Kyle on Kyle Crime.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
But even in the second inning, he worked out of trouble. Like he had 2 runners on, 1 out, and like just Altuve. That was the young thick play down the line on Altuve.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice, young thick.
I mean, they left 11 on base. The Astros were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. It's crazy, but yeah, I mean, Kyle Wright's all his good games come in the postseason now. He's got like 2 really good outings in the postseason. He's got like 4 in the last 2 years regular season starts.
In the playoffs, he had that one like really bad one last year. If you take that out, it's 11.2 innings, 0.77 ERA. I mean, he had the bad one, but
Braves are in such good shape. I mean, they don't have to use Kyle Wright again. They have to win 1 more game, and they have a Fried and a Anderson start left, and their 4 bullpens just have to do it once more. So for the Houston to win, they got to beat those 4 guys in the back end, and they haven't yet. I mean, really good spot. But, I mean, Houston does scare me if you go back home. If they get it to 3-2 and then you go home, because my beloved Yankees were in that spot, and they couldn't do it. So I have PTSD.
You guys, that's right. You do root for the Yankees. I forgot about
every now and then.
They're all on vacation right now.
They
Judge has a goatee. It's a weird time.
Yankees facial hair season. Jim doesn't
Doesn't
like
look
it.
good. No,
Looks kind of like an evil guy.
Kind of
he
is.
does, dude. It looks like a costume.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's getting his Ted Lasso on like everyone else. Man, the name that I can't get out of my head is Will Smith. He's had a perfect postseason, 10 appearances, no earned runs. I think the crew that's done that, it's like him, Mariano, I think Rosenthal did it like last year or something like that. Not sure who the other one is. That Brantley at bat was awesome. You know, I don't want to push too many people to get off our show and watch Sequence, but if that ends up there, I might encourage that. 8-pitch at bat, Michael Brantley looks locked in. I mean, you've just got this beautiful mix of sliders, then a big hook curve, and what does he end it with? He freezes him with a fastball on the outside corner when Brantley had to be sitting off speed. Will Smith had the perfect postseason. It's supposed to be their weak spot.
They're showing up. The night shift, baby. Do we have shirts out yet?
Talked to our graphics team yesterday. We're working on it.
The night shift is really cool.
It's awesome.
Is it so cool that it's had to have been used already by a bullpen? Because it's kind of perfect for a bullpen.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think
heard
bullpens are still so new in baseball, like history when you think about it.
It's certainly on a team with like a deep playoff run like this. I feel like it's the first. Sure, there's other bullpens that have referred to themselves that way, but
they got, and yeah, I don't know. The Braves are they're set up to go for the jugular today too. I mean, they got Tucker and Minter to give them some length, and then they can throw those. They can throw Jackson, Matzik, and Will Smith again today because they have if the things go bad today, they have the off day tomorrow. Like I fully expect Snicker to unload the clip. Night shift all over him.
Yeah, Daddy Minter, the only one that didn't pitch last night. They could empty the chamber with him. More on this one. The back-to-back homers. Got to talk about that. Javier gets hit, and he's supposed to be kind of Houston's weapon out of the pen. The slider kind of wasn't sliding. Dansby goes Oppo Taco. And then in back-to-back innings, you have Jordan, who, Trev, we talked about this on the live stream, so I'll get Jom's thoughts first on it. Jordan comes close to robbing that home run. He's a monster of a man. He's not a traditional left fielder. So that opens up some conversation. And then Eddie Rosario, the next inning, look what I found. That catch was pretty wild. So, Jim, do you think any left field, do you think plus left fielders had a shot at that ball? Do you think average left fielders have a shot at that ball?
I don't know. To even have that conversation is kind of rude to Jordan. It's over the fence.
Yeah. This isn't shots fired at Jordan. It's just a baseball conversation.
No, it's over the fence.
Yeah.
It was over the fence by 3 feet. I don't think anyone has a shot at it.
Really? Okay.
It was
I said 5%. I said a 5%.
It would be
That's
like
what I said.
It would be like, yeah, it would go 5% or less. And it was over the fence, and his arm was up, and it was over his arm. I didn't think it was catchable in any way.
Okay. That's for some people, that's a very hot take.
Well, I think there's people that try to get mad that Jordan should try to act like Jordan's bad for not getting it, which I think is very rude.
Yeah, that's rude. We're not doing that here, so we don't have to go there. But I think a Joey Gallo, I think a Mookie Betts, I think a plus defender does snag that ball. Jordan Alvarez was very close, and he's not out there for his defense in any way.
Be like a fucking poster of a catch. It'd have to be
It'd be a great
It's the
catch.
World Series. That's what people do.
I think if you tee that up in batting practice and tell them it's going to be there, then yeah, that catch can be made. But no, I don't. It's a fucking line drive. That was
107 off the bat.
Yeah, no. I was impressed Jordan got there.
I guess that's
Jake.
what
We
I'm
know
saying.
you might have made the catch.
Yes.
We've seen you and your blitz ball prowess going after fly balls. Maybe you get there, but you're what, Jake? You're built.
I'm built iffy. That's understandable. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the way you guys are depicting it, I do think it's a little more of a conversation. I definitely, and for Houston, it's a moot point anyways because it's Brantley and Jordan. So their options, I don't think would have had a shot at that ball. But I don't know. We've seen Eddie Rosario make some wild plays this postseason, and how close Jordan was to it. I know he's a massive man. I know they're playing deep. Everyone plays deep these days. I think if it was someone more inclined defensively, I think there's a fun conversation to be had there. That being said, Javier, don't hang it to Soler, hot boy of all hot boys.
Scared to throw his fastball because Dansby just took that deep. So then he tripled up the slider, and Soler took that deep. It's actually a good at bat by Soler because he threw a nasty slider. Soler swung so big at it that they both kind of made the correction. The next pitch, so it was 1-1 at that point. The next pitch, Javier goes, all right, if he's swinging at the slider out of the zone, I'll throw another one. And he buries one kind of middle but down. Good pitch by Javier. And Soler, he makes the correction. He's like, all right, hold up. Let's not swing that big at these sliders anymore if they're not right in the middle. So he spits on it. And it was kind of cool to see that play out. And then I was like, well, is he going to go back to the fastball? Because Dansby just hit it, and he clearly likes the slider better because he threw 3 in a row to Dansby too. And then he threw a very bad slider. It just didn't, no bite and right in the heart of the plate. And Soler brings his a swing again. It was a cool sequence. The middle pitch I thought was actually good baseball by both. And then Soler just hangs one.
Yeah, the fastball was okay. It was just right down the middle to Dansby,
Yeah, they were doing that all game. I was tweeting it out, but I think it's Maldonado because it was every pitcher. Maton did it. I used 2 examples in the breakdown I made, but that was definitely their plan. It's kind of how Greinke pitches, but it's almost like Maldonado was like, well, hey, it worked. Let's just keep doing it because Maton did it. At one point, Greinke got 0-2 on Freddie Freeman, then tried to bust him with the fastball. The at-bat before Duvall, before Dansby, had him 2 strikes and tried to go fastball right middle, but it was bottom of the zone and it got called a ball. But they were looking to freeze him with that fastball there. So that was definitely Astros, Maldonado, whatever their game plan was, to freeze him, strike 3 fastball, and Dansby did not get frozen.
I think that's definitely a Maldonado thing. He likes to work backwards, if you will, like that. Greinke would like. I think I've told the story on this show before, but first time I faced Greinke, I'm like, what's all the hype about? Like, I saw the ball really well off him, and maybe it was an off day or something. And then I saw him again the next time, and he absolutely just diced us up and hit. And he was on that day, and it looked different than any other pitcher. Like, the ball was moving different. Like, the visual was different. Like, he was able to put pitches where like other guys, like consistently where other guys can't do it. And he mixed pitches up differently, and everything was moving. And that's what it looked like last night. Like, he was nasty, and he doesn't have obviously his A+ stuff anymore, but it's just the way that he presents pitches and then where they end up. It's his sequencing is weird. It's just a really strange at bat against him. And he's been able to, basically reinvent himself without, all the stuff, the velo that he had before.
Yeah, he's fun. See, they asked him if he wanted to keep playing, and he was like, I don't want to answer that question.
He's something, man.
It's funny. Yeah, he's the stuff is fun. I mean, the curveball and the power change. The fastball doesn't impress you anymore, but he cuts it, and he's grunting, and he's throwing off your timing with that little hesitation. Like, it's he's a fun watch. Anything else from this one?
He's so weird that Ozzie Albies hit right-handed against him.
Yeah, and struck out and made us lose my bet.
Damn.
The Rosario catch is just hilarious. It's just like, yeah, Braves have a little bit of the magic going on there, because that's a ball that he misplayed, and then you play that 100 times, he doesn't take that route or that effort. It's just like a last second, and then like, oh yeah, got it.
He looked good, man. He looked like he did exactly what he wanted to do there, and it's just, you're right. It looks like there's a magnet.
Yeah,
in their gloves.
It looks
right
like,
now, like
it looks like literally
Riley.
looks like angels in the outfield. Like an angel just like grabbed his arm and outstretched it towards the ball. I think Matthew McConaughey has the same clip. Yeah.
In live time, I thought he was turning his body to square up with the wall to try to like play it off the wall, and then he just throws up that hand, and look what I found. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Who's the MVP right now? Austin Riley. That was 2 separate thoughts. Who's the MVP? And then Austin Riley with a big double and fun slide into second were my 2 other comments that I.
That slide was fun. I don't know. We did the MVP talk around the office after the game, and I remind me of this next year. I want to do live, constant MVP updates, like every half inning. Who is the current World Series MVP? Man, like Soler has a good argument, and he's barely been a starter for them. Rosario has an argument, but it's also a continuation. Darno's in the mix. I mean, honestly, if I got to vote right now, and I think we will have a deciding play if the Braves win, the 4th game of the series to get it, whether Darno, Soler, Eddie has another big game. As of today, I think I'd go Will Smith, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you just look at like stats, if they don't take into account moments and the drama of the moments, which I think you have to in the World Series, Darno's got 5 hits, 2 homers, and like the highest slash line. So I don't know.
Who would you guys pick?
There's no hitter that's standing out. I mean,
Yeah,
Darno's also had a couple errors and throwing the ball away.
I think you give it to Smith.
It's got to be a pitcher.
You give it to Smith, and you tell him share this with the boys. Actually, though,
the night shift.
Night shift MVP. Wow.
What was the Reds' bullpen nickname?
Nasty Boys.
The Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys.
Nasty boys.
That was also when we first added Trev.
The only thing that could happen
Yes.
is if Ion has to pitch a game 7.
Yeah. Then
deals.
yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I think it's got to be Will Smith. I mean, yeah. It's kind of strange. There's really no one that's really stood out. Maybe tonight we get somebody.
A little interesting. Like Jackson's thrown more innings, Minter's thrown more innings, Matzek's thrown more innings than Smith, but obviously Smith is a different role.
I have something half mean to say.
Say it.
Yeah.
Will Smith, the pitcher, has the perfect mix of like, I think, fuck you with overconfident meets, I don't want to say dumb, but just like
aloof.
Kind of like not giving a shit, but he gives so much shit. Like Will Smith feels like the kind of guy that's like, I don't know. I could see him throwing the opposite of like what Darno puts down sometimes, just to be like, screw you, man.
All right, I have something that I think adds to what you're saying on his vibe of his mound presence, and this might be mean, might not. It's a little Eli Manning, and I love Eli.
Ooh.
And some other people I know look like him. Where Jake, it looks like if you ask Will Smith any question, the first sound out of his mouth is and then he answers.
Okay. He's a little panhandle Eli. I like that.
I think it's more like ting. You know, like he's one of those guys, man.
What are you saying? Do that again.
Ting. You know, like
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking.
He's throwing in a tinner in the Wild West.
Oh.
guy
like
spitting
that.
in the barrel.
Spittoon.
I like that. He actually looks like someone. Every time I see him, that I'll tell you afterwards, I guess, because I don't want to say it on the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I don't think they'd get offended.
before we talk a little bit more about tonight's game, could I tell you guys about blitzball really quickly?
I love blitzball.
Me and Jimmy are professional blitzball players. That's a fact. And if you've seen it on our back alley at Bats, we had a hilarious one last week with the We Got Ice guys. You guys, baseball fans, might know them from TikTok or Instagram, Twitter. It's so silly, so fun, good content too.
They're so ugly.
So ugly.
God.
They are too ugly.
Ugh.
Which is their downfall.
Shout out Zoe and Jack.
We had a lot of fun. With that.
Stop being so ugly.
If you have no idea what blitzball is, it's kind of like the modern wiffle. It's the creator spent a ton of time, similar to JOMBOY growing up when he was playing wiffle ball. He's like, how do I juice this up a little bit? I want to throw the pelot. And so he spent hours and tried different designs until they finally came up with the blitzball ball. It's a lot of fun. You can make it dance. You really have to throw it. After me and Jimmy play, we basically have to sit out a full rotation start. Go check out Blitzball's YouTube channel to get into it. They have some real professionals that play. They've had MLB guys come through. Kyle Tucker, Nick Swisher, some other dudes. Really good stuff over there. So go follow them on YouTube, social media. Michael Givens. Yes, that Michael Givens. Bullpen. Could be coming to your bullpen soon. I think he's a free agent. In Tampa, they're holding their tournament, the 8th and 9th.
Jake,
winning teams get a chance to compete. We might have to go.
Jake.
Yeah.
We played 3. We announced it. Tom Ace in the chat came and said hi to us. Yeah. One, the location we played indoors. Well, full disclosure for the Back Alley Bets fans. Yeah. If you're not Back Alley Bets fans, I guess you can head out. But I'm talking about this. This was like the end of this season. We're taking like a 2-month, maybe 2.5-month hiatus from playing.
Yeah.
The gap in between videos will only be like a month or 2 months. Because we have them queued up through Christmas. But anyway, Jake, I have never played, and I've never played, and the way that the pitches were moving the fastball in that facility, I'm itching to play after play. Usually my arm is tired and I'm sore, but I feel like it still got like a lot of testosterone about it. Like I really want to like go play. That location was cool. And then another note, the episode that comes out this Wednesday has a play That will be like in any highlight video we make
Yeah.
of like
Wow.
great moments in blitzball history.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
That's true.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I think I have to let you tee it up the rest of the way. Jess is kind of gonna kill me.
Get out of here,
So I'm
Jake.
gonna
You've been
leave.
holding us.
What else
guys
do we
are
have?
holding
What
us
else do we have to
together all
cover?
week.
See, live stream tonight. We got to figure that out. I'll be here. We'll get somebody else. Maybe LeBron comes through. I don't know. We don't know.
Get Sonny the doorman.
Sonny the doorman. I'll see you guys. Love you.
Love you. Bye,
Later.
Jake. I do a really good impression of our doorman, Sonny.
Okay.
Ask BBD.
It's really
one of my
good.
best. Yeah.
The guy at the office?
Yeah, the guy at the
The
office.
doorman, usually
Yeah.
the late night guy, or evenings into night. Not the late nights always, but it's a good impression. We're not really impression guys, and you have that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trev, so you're rooting for the Astros tonight? I mean, you have to, because if
I
you
have
to,
you have
dude.
to.
I have to. I honestly think that's the way it's going to go tonight. I think, they Astros are desperate. I mean, for some reason, I just feel like their hitting is going to get going tonight. But I'm really just rooting for my prediction now.
I
It's
want
so
your
close,
prediction to come
James.
true so bad because
Me too.
it'll never happen again.
It will never happen again.
No. In 2011, I got the Elite Eight, Final Four, and Final Two correct
Wow.
in March Madness. It was UConn beating, is it Butler? Whoever they beat. And I was in the top 0.001%. There were still like 200 people that did it on ESPN, but I was there. And I was like, maybe I'll do it again. And like, there's no way I'll ever do that again.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel for you. So I need it to come true for you.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
think the
thinking
Braves win
about some
tonight.
things. I know. It kind of feels like that. Like the energy in the stadium just feels like that's making the Braves win.
And I do think they can't go lighter. Like they can't be like, we have a 3-1 lead and we're going to have an off day tomorrow. So if we get some of our top arms a double day's rest, we're going to be able to attack game 6 and 7 as which the only reason I think that they may think that is because that's how the Yankees attack things. Is like, you know what? Let's save our top guys. And if we win tonight, we win. But if we lose, we're going to go into Houston. Everybody, our two best starting pitchers, our 4 relief pitchers, and everyone's going to be 100% ready to go. 2 days rest. It's a decent thought process, but I just wouldn't give the Astros any cushion. So I think they have to slam the brakes or slam the gas and just like go. But I wonder if they do, because it is a little nice to think, well, we got 3 to work with. We only need to win 1.
I think I saw a Snicker quote saying everyone but Wright's available, but also, why would you say otherwise?
Yeah. You think
So-
Wright, as a kid, his family's answering machine was, you've reached the right house at the wrong time. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you. Because I knew 2 Wright families and both had that.
Wow. I think that they go all out tonight. I don't think there's anything held back. I think he wants to close it out, knowing that he has the off day is only going to make him do it more. Like,
Yeah.
he's ready.
That's a better thought process, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
Who did the
they're gonna give it their
Astros?
all.
Who did the Astros go to? They have Framber. He did well his second start against the Red Sox. We'll see if he can do well again here. But I mean,
They're looking for a little bit of length out of Framber for sure. But I think for them the same thing. I mean, obviously it's an elimination game, all hands on deck.
yeah.
Like we could see some Odo.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice. That sucks because I
And-
can't root against Odo when he's in. So
I know.
I really root for him at that point. Presley is pitched.
He tossed 33 pitches, so that's not good for them.
It's not.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think he's available, but John Smoltz said it. 25 pitches is kind of like that point where the next day you come back, you ain't feeling the same. Like you can go 19, 20 pitches and be okay, but once he said that was always what it was for him. Now Presti might be a little bit different, but 33 pitches is a lot.
Elimination game, so you're going to call on him, but how much can you rely on him? I don't know. I've never really understood the Astros plan besides Framber and Garcia, and I'm not going to attempt to understand it even more going into tonight. Framber's got a deal, and I like Framber.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. Yeah, it is scary for the Braves to think about going back to Houston.
Yes.
Go get the job done now. Get
it done now. I'll still give you a ton of credit, Trev, but we can't brag about it for the end of time.
No. It's actually, I feel like I'll be a huge POS if I miss it by one game. It's worse.
Be self-loathing.
If I did like a completely wrong bracket. Worse than that.
Did you see Glasnow and Brault's reaction?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's pretty good. They were like in disbelief.
Yeah. And like Jake said, Glasnow was trying to do the math in his head, and he's like, Brault's like, you don't have it right at all.
First time I ever related to Glasnow.
Yeah.
He just attempted to do the shoddiest and worst math. He just had to two out of 30.
If literally every team was the same team, then that's the right math.
Oh man. All right. Anything else? Are you gonna watch this? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? But before that, what are you doing for Halloween?
I'll roast a turkey on my Traeger for Thanksgiving, but tonight we're just doing it's all kid stuff, man. Hey, and I'm gonna say this to you, James. I signed into our IG today, and it came up as like a present, like a birthday something. Maybe this was like the day that JOMBOY Media Instagram started. But anyway, I took it as a birthday present. Are you going to have a Halloween baby? And would you like that?
Yeah, I'd like it. Katie would like that too. But no, I mean, first birth usually takes a couple hours, right? Around like everyone says like 5 to 10 once you get to the hospital or more.
More.
Yeah. And like she's not even having like contractions yet that like she can't walk or she can't like talk through. So it seems like we're a little bit out.
I think for your baby, it's better not to have a birthday on Halloween.
Yeah,
you don't want to share holidays.
I know, but it's not like a present holiday, so I think that's fine. But birthday parties, you could always just have the Halloween party. If it's anything like me, they'll like that.
Okay.
Because it's an excuse to have a party and like not have to feel weird about having a party. I didn't like having birthday parties.
Dude, if he's born on oh, never mind. I was so stupid. I was going to say if he's born on the 4th, he'd be 10-4, and it'd be really easy to, like, 10-4, good buddy, be able to remember his birthday, but...
Dude, I was running through all the dates.
I
was running through all the dates yesterday, and, like, 11-1-21 has a really solid memory pattern to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I like it, James.
November 1st, All Saints Day.
Yeah.
We'll name it a saint.
Of course you will.
My dad was named Christopher because he born on Christopher Columbus Day. It was like Daniel the whole time they were pregnant, and then he was born on Christopher Columbus Day, and this was back when it was holiday, and they're like, oh, well, he's Christopher now. It's a hard pivot.
I'm going to be name dropping a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure I went to a birthday party with a saint yesterday. I believe I was there with Kim and Kanye's kids.
Oh, really?
I had no idea when I was there.
Wow.
Got told afterwards.
Big time.
I think one of their kids is named Saint.
What if Teddy just like beat him up?
It happens. Little kids fight all the time.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, he's a lover though. He doesn't do that.
What's he being for Halloween?
That was my next question.
Skeleton with an axe.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
Badass.
Easy enough.
All right, guys.
Well, I don't mind nephews being a fire truck. Katie built him a fire truck.
I love elaborate costumes.
Not a fireman.
The truck.
Fire truck.
I love that. I love when people like do cool costumes like that. I never got
For
that.
3 months, he said he wanted to be a washing machine. So Katie was starting to build him a washing machine, and then he pivoted to fire truck, which in retrospect makes a lot more sense than a washing machine. But he was dead set he wanted to be a washing machine.
Okay. I like the washing machine. Maybe there's like a slot for quarters. People put them in. I mean, you're making some money.
Oh, that's a great way to earn money on Halloween.
Yeah.
BBD, what are you doing for Halloween?
Live streaming, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Went out
But
with
spooky
some
up
of the
in
crew
there.
last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are in a good mood.
Well, too late for my liking, and I was the only person that had responsibilities in the morning. I woke up at 8 a.m. to move this morning, and now I'm gonna be here all day because I'm not doing the Sunday traffic, so I'm gonna just sit out there.
Wow. To late night, then moving. Jake's
Already
rubbing
moved.
off on you.
We're done with that part.
That sucks.
Another late night.
All right,
But we're good.
well,
Almost
enjoy
at
the
finish line.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Chat, enjoy the rest of your day.
Love you, chat.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great Halloween if you like Halloween and you want to have a great one. If it's just a normal night for you, have a great normal night. Goodbye.